Greetings and salutations, everyone. I hope everyone is doing well today. Today I've got some terrifying Dogman encounters to share with you guys. Before we get into these encounters, a couple links and an announcement. As you know, I rely on my Patreon, my PayPal, and my merch to help this channel to continue to grow and go. All of those links are in the description below. I also have a second channel for creepypasta, fanfiction, and scary voice acting. Stories that really don't fit on this channel. Now, if that's anything that you're into, follow that link and give those stories a listen. You may just like what you hear. I also have two great friends of mine who have channels that are phenomenal. They are both great narrators, great writers, and I would appreciate it if you guys checked out their channel. They do not do encounters. They are all fictional stories, but phenomenal narrators. One being The Disciple, and the other being Chaos Theory Productions. Their links will be in the description below as well. Also, yesterday there was no upload. I woke up with an infection in my right foot. Had to go down, get it looked at. It was serious, but not as serious or life-threatening. Infections with me can be very serious due to having no immune system. But the surgeon did what he needed to do, and I'm on some antibiotics, so we're looking good. Now, thank you for everybody that has sent their well wishes and prayers, along with everybody that contributed to that GoFundMe page a while back. That was amazing. I'm still in awe, and I have my gratitude runs through my body for you guys. It's amazing. Anyway, now I've definitely taken enough of your time. Let's get on with these terrifying Dogman encounters, shall we? Today's first Dogman encounter. This happened roughly 2 years ago. It was the evening when I was driving from my home to the local Walmart. I drove around a bend, maybe a half a mile from my home. I was driving slowly because people will fly through that road from the connecting lane and get into accidents. It was overcast, but not yet dark. I glanced to the side of the road. I always scanned that area because of random things getting dumped there, and occasionally discarded pets that would need to be rescued. I was about 6 or 7 feet away from what I saw. At first I thought it was a fox, but then immediately recalculated due to the size. Almost like my brain was trying to figure out what the hell I was looking at. And then thought, a man in a wolf costume? It was lying on its side and sort of propped itself up. I got a very good look at it as I stopped the car and stared. It was reddish-brown and had a canine facial features. It was covered with fur, but the proportions were like a human. It was at least 7 feet tall, maybe more. It made eye contact with me, and then it kind of grinned at me. Its jaw opened, and I saw sharp incisors and rows of sharp teeth. I was close enough that I could see the muscle movement in its face and jaw when it did that. That's the part where I slowly started the car again and thought, that's not a human. It kept eye contact with me as I drove around the bend until it was out of view. It was almost as if it was saying, I know you see me and I see you too. It didn't seem aggressive or angry, almost like it was amused. My coping mechanism for what I call crazy shit is to go emotionally numb and, like a robot, focus on the immediate task. So that day I kept driving and got the items I needed from the store. Almost like I was in low-level shock. When I drove back, the creature was not there anymore. I didn't feel the fear that some people have described, but there was an awareness that this was a predator above the human step in the food pyramid, which is definitely unsettling. I also didn't get the vibe that it was going to harm me, but that if I did try to attack it, I most definitely would have regretted it. Today's second Dogman encounter. In Ohio, Silver Creek, to be exact, near Norton, Drew had 2 encounters, brief but terrifying, and states, "I don't care if you believe me or not." His first encounter happened as he was driving late at night on a dark road. I saw 2 deer run across the road with 3 7-foot, dog-like bipedal creatures chasing after them into the woods. They were very muscular, dark brown or black, and fast. His second encounter was a month later, driving by a moonlit cornfield. 2 dog-like creatures, roughly 8 feet tall, jumped across the road in one jump, landed in the field, and kept running. Today's third and final Dogman encounter. My encounter happened in June of 2015 in the Green Mountain National Park of Burlington, Vermont. I was 24 at the time and a nurse. My friend had just finished college and came up from Albany, New York to visit me. She visited me for like a couple of weeks, and I was going to take her home, a nice 4-hour road trip. So we were driving and stopped at the Green Mountain National Park for a picnic and to take some pictures of the beautiful landscape. It was a great day, maybe 80 degrees, just a perfect day. And we hiked in about a half a mile to a picnic spot. We see a couple of hikers. It was pretty quiet. We get to the picnic spot and start having our sandwiches and sodas. We go out to a spot called Big Branch Overlook, about 200 feet from the picnic spot. We realize there's no sounds of nature. Nothing. Minutes later, we start hearing popping sounds and unnatural shrieks in the brush and branches below, snapping and rustling. To the left of us, moments later, we see this wild turkey running strangely down the ridge with a bent wing, kind of backwards, and its neck appeared to be broken. It then just seemed to disappear down the ridge and into the woods. Now I'm a little on edge, thinking maybe there's a bear or a mountain lion nearby. I looked at my friend and say, "Let's get out of here." I do carry pepper spray with me, but I don't feel safe enough to stay, and I don't think it'll do anything against a bear or a mountain lion. We start to walk away, and we round the corner that leads back to the picnic spot. Something huge was crouched down, with its back to us, bobbing its head. I quietly tell my friend to start walking away, but backwards, so we could see this thing. We're about 100 feet from this creature. It must have heard us or caught our scent because it stood up. It was huge, at least 8 feet tall, and very muscular, with inverted knees, black matted fur with the head of a German shepherd or bigger. Huge jaws and amber-colored eyes. It was terrifying. I immediately thought werewolf from the movies. We're frozen in fear, and it's staring at us and growls. I think to myself, we can either run or stay and get torn to pieces. So I grab my friend's arm, and we start to run towards the rocky ridge and start making our way down. I keep thinking it's in the woods stalking us. We start making our way towards the car down the ridge, about a half a mile away. Terrified, we made our way to the trailhead looking behind us. We see nothing, but my imagination is going crazy. I think to myself, stay focused. We make it back to the car, and thank God I didn't leave the keys up on the ridge in my backpack. We did have our cameras, but didn't think about taking pictures. They would have been blurry, though. We start driving away and collecting ourselves. We were scratched up, but alive. Then I remember the half-eaten sandwich on the blanket. If I had finished it, I believe that creature would have killed us. My blood started to run cold. We did lose things, but we're alive. We are alive because that creature let us live. We did contact park services and made a report, but heard nothing back. I still have nightmares about that day, and I did go to therapy. I told family and friends, but they don't believe me. My friend didn't handle it well either. She doesn't go around large dogs or go into the woods. She also doesn't watch scary movies. All that I know is what I saw is real, and they are out in the woods. Hell to the yeah! Friggin' A! Some amazing Dogman encounters right there. Let's get to the first encounter. what I found a little fascinating, and what I find fascinating with a lot of these encounters is a lot, but that the Dogman sometimes shows humor or almost amusement. There has been encounters where there's almost been a sense of compassion or almost pity, which not only anger, so now we're dealing with multiple feelings or multiple senses, which means higher level of intelligence. A subscriber had said that earlier, a couple days ago in a comment, which I've always agreed. And it also makes them more dangerous. Okay, they have a way of being intelligent. They have a way of communicating with each other, very similar to the ambulance incident. How they communicate, how they were able to coordinate an ambush. If these things lacked intelligence, they would still be dangerous. They're muscular, they're savage, they have, dangerous weapons, their claws, their back legs, their ability to jump, their teeth. But now they show very, very high intelligence, which is insane. I don't even know. I think I'd rather just come face to face with a dumb dog, man. I mean, at least then if I run up a tree, it might not know how to climb back up it. The second encounter, very interesting. Once again, another subscriber made a comment. And I read all of your guys' comments. There's a lot of times I forget to hit the heart button, but I love all of your comments. I wish I could comment back to all of them. I sometimes try to. It's very hard. It really is. But this subscriber made the statement that they are pack animals. Wolves are pack animals. And that's scary. That's very scary, because a pack of Dogman is terrifying. One enough. Now you've got 2, 3, maybe 4. During my encounter, I want to say there was more than 3, at least 5, from the eye shine, the noises, and just where the noises were coming from in the directions. So that's, you got an intelligent, highly intelligent pack animal. That's, wow, The third encounter is terrifying. Just the way she was detailed with it. And then remembering that she had left the sandwich on that picnic blanket. What I'm assuming as these girls had their picnic, went and started taking pictures. The Dogman was getting the turkey, became aware of their presence, and decided to have, either it felt there was bigger prey or an easier prey. Came around, stumbled upon their picnic area, got the quick meal. I think that it let the girls go, probably because it had a quick meal. Who knows? I mean, I don't know. Maybe it just didn't want to use the energy to kill 2 humans, or chase them down or whatever. I found it very interesting as well that her remembering and commenting that could be the reason why she's still alive. Well, yeah, and it's more than likely the reason why he was attracted to you guys. What I thought was interesting too was that she does still have nightmares, but she actually got therapy for it. That's very, very cool. Once again, because that leaves a paper trail. Someone else knows. Someone beside her and her friend and the people that she told now knows. Someone who's a professional. Someone who can possibly read between the lines. And hopefully the therapist was able to and realized that she was not lying about her encounter. Yeah, really, really good encounters tonight. Wow. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed these encounters as much as I enjoyed them sharing with you. It's great. It's great to be back in front of the mic. Wow. Really. You take things for granted sometimes, you know? And something so, I don't know, peaceful as sitting down at my desk and just talking into a microphone. It doesn't seem like it would be relaxing, but beside hanging out with my daughters, I don't think I'd want to be doing much of just this. I'm pretty happy with my life. It's pretty good. And I want to thank everybody for being here to share this with me. Thanks, guys. And with that, I'm going to bid you farewell.